Be tuning in. Respond to a quick comment here because it proves a point. Fatima says, not true. The Quran was completed before the Prophet's death, and it was memorized by very many. So it was never changed, unlike the Bible, which have hundreds of editions and revisions, 10% diff per edition. But let me just read a couple of passages from Muslim sources. This is Ibn Abi Dawud's Kitab al-Masahif. Many of the passages of the Quran that were sent down were known by those who died on the day of Yamama, the Battle of Yamama. Abu Bakr sent a bunch of people who knew parts of the Quran into battle, and they were slaughtered. So many of the passages of the Quran that were sent down were known by those who died on that day, but they were not known by those who survived them, nor were they written down. Nor had Abu Bakr, Umar, or Uthman by that time collected the Quran, nor were they found with even one person after them.
Whoops.
So notice that you have in the Muslim sources, they talk about this. They talk about, originally it's based on the idea of memorization. We're all just going to memorize the Quran and memorize parts of the Quran. And you've got this part memorized and I've got that part memorized. And then a bunch of the people die in battle. And they specifically say, and since the Quran hadn't been compiled by that time, parts of the Quran were lost forever. Let me just give you an example right here. This is Abu Ubaid's Kitab Fada'il al-Quran. Aisha said, Surat al-Azab, Surah 33, used to be recited in the time of the Prophet with 200 verses. But when Uthman wrote out the codices, he was unable to procure more of it than there is in it today, i.e. 73 verses. More than 100 verses were lost from that one chapter of the Quran. Why? Because a bunch of the people who had it memorized died in battle. And of course, there's this famous passage, Sunan Ibn Majah, 1944. It was narrated that Aisha said, the verse of stoning and of breastfeeding an adult 10 times was revealed, and the paper was with me under my pillow. When the Messenger of Allah died, we were preoccupied with his death, and a tame sheep came in and ate it. You can go to the hadith. These verses, the verses of stoning an adulteress and of breastfeeding an adult 10 times, these are supposed to be in the Quran. These are in the Quran according to the hadith. They refer to these Quran passages. They're not in your Quran today. What happened? Aisha's sheep ate them. In response to us pointing out the fact that the early Muslim community referred to these verses of breastfeeding adults, in response to that, Fatima says, aha! As the Quran said that a woman breastfeeds for 2 years, then naturally that hadith is fake, all caps, so you know she means it, because the Quran triumphed the fake hadith. Now, how is this dumb? Let me count the ways. So Fatima seems to be aware of the idea that if something were a clear contradiction of something in the Quran, Muslims would go with the Quran. This is not a contradiction at all. It's not within a million miles of a contradiction. The Quran says, yes, you breastfeed your baby, you breastfeed a child for 2 years. That has nothing to do with Muhammad's command to breastfeed adults, which was, again, revealed as part of the Quran. In fact, it was revealed in 2 verses of the Quran because it was revealed as 10 and it was revealed as 5 because so many people complain about the 10. But those verses were both in the Quran at the time of Muhammad's death. And then a sheep ate all these verses on these topics. But what was this about, Fatima? Because you don't seem to be familiar with the issue and you think it's contradicting some claim about breastfeeding babies. Muhammad's companions started coming to him saying, hey, I have to go away for business. And as I'm going away for business, my wife is at home. Only problem is we've got this young stud who works around our house. We've got this young stud who works around our house, and I'm worried that my wife is going to do something while I'm gone. What do I do, Muhammad? How can I know that I can trust my wife around this man while I'm gone? Muhammad went to Allah about it. And Allah revealed, as part of the Quran that you're saying has been perfectly preserved, tell the woman, so you order your wife to breastfeed the man that she has to be around 10 times. And after she breastfeeds him 10 times, he'll technically be like her son. And therefore, you don't have to worry about them having sex while you're gone.